Hey guys, before we get into the video, I just wanted to remind you that I have a Twitter account over at carthusdojo. Head over there, follow me, send a tweet at me, and I'll reply right away, and we can have a cool discussion about Dragon Ball. If you want to have a voice chat discussion, check out the Discord. The link's in the description. You get invited right away. As long as you behave yourself somewhat, you can stay around. Alright, now, video intro. Hello everyone, I'm Carthu and welcome back to the dojo. Today, we are going to be talking about the dreaded, the asinine, the ridiculous Screenrant. Now, as you saw from the thumbnail, this is a list about Cell, ranking him from weakest to strongest, all his forms, and also, for some reason, includes a picture of Trunks right in the main center there of the front of the article. Why, you may ask? Either A, clickbait and controversy, or B, they just couldn't be bothered. And you'll understand why they couldn't be bothered by the time we get to that point. So I'm sort of doing this off the cuff. I did go through the list already and definitely disagree with some things. I wanted to make sure of that before I recorded. So let's just jump into it. So if there's one thing, Dragon Ball franchise is famous for, it's different transformations, heroes, and villains. In this case, we're looking at every version of Cell, basically, is what it's saying, and how these versions of characters scale to each other, right? So this is something I do all the time, I power scale. So, the weakest form of Cell is the larva form. Yeah, I agree. Cool. Alright, let's skip that one. Cocoon form next. We don't know this verbatim, but we'd assume the larva form that was easily destroyed is weaker than the cocoon form. He even says it was destroyed pretty quickly by Trunks and Krillin upon a second sweep of the area. See? So Cell awoke in this. Then we have Cellin. Interestingly, the Cellin is a video game character, first off, which means the scaling is weird because the scaling of video game characters tends to be higher. The video game characters tend to be a lot stronger. Now, of course, this says that his power level significantly drops in Budokai. I do not know too much about the Budokai franchise, so I will leave it at that. I do not know enough about it to dispute it, so I think this is fine. Next, we have, of course, Imperfect Cell. Now, excluding Cellin here, this all makes sense. Now, I'd assume Cellin would be stronger than here, but it says even Yamcha thinks he's up to the challenge of taking out Cellin, which doesn't make sense because Krillin by himself is stronger than Yamcha, that's stated. But, yeah. Anyway, then you have, it does actually say Cell defeats Yamcha only to be destroyed by Tien's Tri-Beam attack. That's cool. Again, I don't know much about the video games. Let's move on. Imperfect Cell. Yeah, that makes sense. Skipping Cellin with the larva, then Cocoon, then Imperfect Cell. That just makes sense in form order. Now, next we have Perfect Cell weighted form. Technically speaking, on sheer power alone, this version of Cell should be much closer to the top of the list. This form basically is an imitation of the first level above Super Saiyan, nope, it's the second level above Super Saiyan, that Trunks displayed after Vegeta failed to defeat Cell in his newly perfected state. On Super Saiyans, the form, enlarged muscles, spiky hair, and, you can't move as quickly. The result is the same. The power emanating from the transformation is impressive. The bulky muscles mass prevents fighters from moving quickly, therefore it leaves a handicapped in battle. Later, against Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, Cell lost all his nerve and attempted the transformation again. What I don't understand is it says perfect weighted form Cell. There are two times we've seen this. The one time he did it against Trunks, and the second time he did it enraged against Gohan, Super Saiyan 2. Now, why would he be weaker there? You're saying strongest. You're not explicitly comparing speed. So what's the issue here with putting this form higher? And it's even worse, right? So this form is stronger by far. He even admits that it's stronger, but then says the speed is the issue, which doesn't make sense on a strength list. Regardless, how much the speed is decreased is unknown. So we can't say how much less speed he has comparatively to other members of this list, like the next member, who is Cell Jr. Now, some of you may be already seeing an issue here with the order. But yeah, so we have Cell Jr. here. And this is an issue because we haven't gotten to our next contender on the list yet, who is, 2 contenders away, who is Semi-Perfect Cell. 2 contenders away, we have Semi-Perfect Cell. I just want you to think about this. Cell X Jr. should be stronger than Cell Jr., obviously. Cell Juniors were able to fight a fully vitalized Trunks and Vegeta. Both of them shown to be far stronger than Semi-Perfect Cell. So you're telling me somehow these guys right here are able to fight, he does say, Goku was a bit, tired from fighting Cell, but Vegeta and Trunks did nothing. Vegeta and Trunks are at full capacity, they have no stamina loss, and they are at full power, and you're telling me they're struggling against these guys who are 2 levels below this guy. That is unmistakably ridiculous. It's actually stupid. I hate to tell you, whoever wrote this is actually stupid, because you cannot consciously think that. I don't think there's anyone who actually watched the series who thinks this, other than this person, apparently. It's incredible. And obviously, like I said, this would make Cell X Jr. above him. And then this guy right here, Semi-Perfect Cell, should be below. Here. He actually should be below Perfect Cell too, because we don't know how big the speed difference is. The speed difference might not be enough. Who knows? And actually, I'd argue it isn't. Then we have Perfect Cell. Okay, now we're back into some semblance of sanity. So Perfect Cell, I would say, is stronger than his children. And maybe the Cell X Juniors. Again, video game scaling is a little bit wonky. This is Dragon Ball Online, of all things, the canceled MMO. So it's a little wonky to say this, but you know what? We'll let him have it. We'll let him say that Perfect Cell is stronger. Semi-Perfect Cell should not be number 8, though. So then we have Semi-Perfect Cell with Bomb activated. Now, I don't disagree that the Bomb activation here made him stronger, but that's not a form of Cell. If Cell activated his Bomb, right, or blew himself up, basically, in perfect form, it would be a stronger explosion. And since this right here isn't a form, this shouldn't be on the list. Number 6 shouldn't exist. This number 6 shouldn't exist. The list should be 1 shorter. But no, we have to hit our quotas over at Screenrant, so we can't be having that. Yeah, it makes no sense. Literally no sense. Then you have, of course, Super Perfect Cell. Now, what's interesting here is the placement then. Not only was the bomb strong enough to kill Goku, but had the hero not teleported off the planet, he would have destroyed it along with all of the inhabitants and indeed the solar system around it. Talk about a weapon of mass destruction. Now, he's arguing that it would kill Goku. Perfect Cell could kill Goku. Perfect Cell didn't really go all out till Gohan. And then Super Perfect Cell. So really his order should be before this. No matter what you think about how powerful the bomb is. Anyway, I'm getting heated because these are really dumb lists. Screenrant, though, you're looking for a new writer. If you're paying, happily, I will make you some quality lists. Mwah, quality. But no, you probably don't want that. You want the controversy and the clicks. Hopefully this will deter some of you from clicking on it. Next we have Majin Cell. Sure. In Budokai, again, it's a bit wonky, but Majin Cell seems right to me that he'd be stronger because the Majin the Majin mind control is really a power-up. Then we have Cell X. Again, I don't know too much about Heroes or Online because I'm really not that interested in them. But Heroes especially, I know, has crazy scaling, so anything like this, I'd assume, is much, much stronger than anything we see in canon. Now, is that the reason he says that? Not really, but, Then we have Celza in Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle. So, Dokkan is a weird thing overall. Now, the idea of fusing Cell and Frieza, sure. But what I'm wondering is this Frieza from the Resurrection of F arc. I'm not sure, by the way. Again, I don't really dabble in the video games too much. I don't think they're usually that good. I think Fighters is a good game and Advanced Adventure is a great game. But those are my two Dragon Ball games of choice. Other than that, I don't really play them. So, Cell and Frieza fusing. If it is a Frieza before Resurrection of F, I don't think he'd be above Cell X. If it's Frieza Resurrection of F and the scaling on this guy in Heroes isn't that great comparatively to, everyone else in that series who's crazy strong, well then maybe, because Frieza would be, universal. But then we have number 1, somehow, Cell when he absorbed Goku in GT. Now, Cell when he absorbed Goku in GT, was like, I'm the most powerful in the universe, I'm so strong. But it was for a brief moment. Then he lost it. Then Goku just sort of crawls out, laughs at him. But what I don't understand is, how do you take this guy right here? Let's highball him and say he's like multi-galaxy, like high multi-galaxy. And then we have a solar system buster. He absorbs him. But he's not made to absorb him. It's not like with the androids where he's biologically made to absorb the androids and get a certain amount stronger, if not exponentially stronger. It's not additive, really, for the androids. So then he absorbs this guy who's not really supposed to be absorbed. This guy who's, like, in Super Saiyan 4, by the way, like multi-galaxy, let's say. Again, let's say. And he all of a sudden is stronger than Universal plus here. Actually, multi-universal character here, probably, if this is, again, Frieza from Resurrection F. And then definitely, gotta be at least universal in Heroes to be even remotely relevant. But, if Toa's doing it, yeah, he's definitely universal. Has to be. So, you're telling me these universal characters can't take out this guy who's probably, like, maybe low universal at most, like, small universe level? Maybe just the Living Realm? No, you're wrong. I hate to tell you, you're wrong. Cell, when he absorbed Goku, is not that strong. Actually, where would I place him? I might even place him below Majin Cell if I knew Majin Cell's feats. He's obviously above Super Perfect Cell, not gonna lie, because that's obviously Super Perfect Cell absorbing him. But other than that, what else can you claim? I don't think you have much of an argument there. But yeah, guys, overall, it's a list that couldn't do a simple Google search to find an image of Cell in his weighted form, which he uses twice. You couldn't find any information that actually backs up the order over here being out of whack. You literally just ignore the fact that the guys who were struggling against them literally demolished him. And, it's just a bad list, just like always. Screenrant. Again, if you're paying decent, you need a writer for Dragon Ball, I'm here. I've got better grammar than these guys, more information, factual information, and, I'll make you some good articles. Hit me up. Got a business email. Check it out. It's in the description. Come on. You know you want to. All right. Anyway, guys, that is it for me. Thank you so much for watching. We will have another video, probably Monday, coming out. Trying to stick to my schedule of 2 to 3 videos a week. We'll see how it goes. But anyway, guys, leave your opinions, counterpoints in the comments down below. Subscribe if you haven't already. Hit that notification bell if you want to be notified anytime I do anything on this website. Check out the Patreon if you really, really want to support me. But for now, guys, video, outro.